That's me, rowing through thick morning fog on Gabriola Island. And that's our boat, anchored not far away. I wanted one last morning row to paint a picture in my memory, but the picture is soft and muted. It gets harder to see the farther away I am, and I'm scared that if I go too far, I'll get lost completely. Good morning from Gabriola Island. We are at Silva Bay currently. So we've got a few friends in this bay, Barry, who you guys have already met, and Simon, who if you've watched our channel for a very long time, you have met him before, but not for quite a while. How's it going? Oh, honey, hi.
Hello, welcome to my shop.
Thank you.
It's
Look
chaos
at this
in here,
space.
but it's, I think a lot of boat builders and people living on boats are pretty excited about this space. Normal people who are not used to this level of chaos are not so happy with it.
It looks super tidy to me.
Yeah, it's super not, but it's a working space, you know.
Just a few months ago, we were still in the boatyard, still working on this boat that we had worked on for 4 years. To say I was burnt out is an understatement. I was questioning everything. I was about ready to give up on sailing altogether.
I cannot believe that we're still finding crap like this. I thought things were turning around, but this is very, very disappointing.
I was done. Done with boatyards, done with boat work, done with spending all my time and all my energy and all my money on this huge, inanimate object that seemed to give nothing in return. But I made myself a promise. I had to try actually sailing this boat. Good morning. Today's the day. We're going in the water. I feel kind of sick, to be honest. It's like, it's sort of just like the culmination of everything.
And just engine's new, so we're gonna test forward, reverse, those things over there first. Okay, ready. I'll start reversing.
If I couldn't get my joy back out on the water, then something was seriously wrong. Then I'd have to make some drastic decisions and possibly totally alter the course of my life. And I'll be honest, while I mostly hid it from the camera, it took me a while to warm up to this boat, even when floating. On the maiden voyage, I filmed the guys, and I kept myself mostly off camera. I felt like I had to pretend. Yeah, totally worth it, I thought. Years of pain just so we can chug across to some island that I've already been to many years before on my own little boat that, for the record, caused me far less grief than this one has. So, no, the summer didn't have a great start. But it turned around surprisingly quickly. It didn't take too long for Magic Carpet to prove herself to us, to show us that she can take us to incredible places, allow us to meet amazing people, and do so safely and in style. But now the season is over. We're faced with returning to the boatyard for more refitting, and I'm preparing for the change, slowly. We've got some friends on Gabriola, good friends, kind people. I wanted to have some good energy around us before returning to the refit.
The shore ends about 10 feet from my door, and then and it's all on pilings from here on in.
That's so cool.
So you do gotta like watch how much you stomp. You might go in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Simon, with his dog Honey, lives in the Bay, works out of a shop here, and documents his life on his channel, Finding Simon. We first met Simon years ago when we had just started YouTube. He'd already been doing it for a while, and he was so kind and generous with his advice and stories. So it felt kind of full circle to come back now and visit him. He's working on a new boat, documenting the refit, and he's got some big ideas for the future. And we're rolling out, yeah?
I want to have a look first, see if the sea state is calm out there.
Yeah.
But if it is, then
Yeah, there might be some residual swell. And Barry and Haley, you know them by now. Equally kind and wonderful people. So we were sent off with a lot of good vibes.
It may come as a surprise to some, but I didn't exactly look forward to going back to the boatyard. I prefer tinkering on a floating boat, and now that we have gotten such a good glimpse at what a good boat she is, I really wanted to stay in the water. But on the other hand, there were still some things to button up. So on the other side, it also makes perfect sense to finish up those projects now with renewed energy and then head back out as soon as possible.
Sailing really is so odd and also so magical. It feels a little surreal to be heading into the middle of Vancouver right now. We're coming up on all these skyscrapers and we're soon going to be like just surrounded by them. But on this very same boat, you know, like we were anchored for the night in Jervis Inlet with our friends, and it felt like we were possibly the only people left on the planet, you know, surrounded by that bait ball of herring just absolutely swirling and glimmering in this massive ball around our boat, and the seals hunting it, and just like the wild earth all around us. And that was this exact same boat. We have the same view. You go inside, it's the same place, but the surroundings can change so dramatically, which is part of the beauty of this. I mean, what other vehicle allows you to do that? An RV, I suppose. But even in an RV, like, you have to stay on a road. And a boat just allows you access to some places that really do feel untouched. So, off we go into a few nights of urban living with our cozy little home still accompanying us.
So off we go. The travel lift is booked. We've got 2 more days before we have to be there. We'll spend those days right in the heart of Vancouver itself.
it, Dean.
We sure did.
Next to a classic wooden beauty.
Yeah, could be an Ed Monk. Who knows?
So, give us from your perspective, how did that all go?
Oh, it actually was really fun coming in here. It was really, really busy and really difficult maneuvering, but the reason why I have enjoyed it is because I have used the prop walk to our advantage, knowing about it, and there is no wind. That's what can really throw you off. So we went in the wrong, channel?
Yeah, we went on the wrong side of the dock at first.
Totally went down there, so we had to do a 360 basically within our boat width. But yeah, it's nice. Just a little bit of forward until the bow turns and then reverse so it pulls the stern away. And also coming in here was quite tricky, but here we are.
Yeah.
Getting out is going to be easy. No, I'm gaining confidence and getting to know how to maneuver, how to gauge how long the bow is and all those things.
I'm sorry I didn't film it, but it was really it was running around. I was very much on it with fenders and
I appreciate you going forward and telling me the distance and all of that.
Totally.
And we already have a local visitor.
Yeah, she has decided this boat is hers now. We don't know her name. She doesn't care to learn ours, but she would like to take up residence here.
Cats really do make their inspections, see if everything is up to code. Haha, do you work for the harbor? Look at us be tourists. Wow, the cute Vancouver ferries.
It's not like we've been gone for that long, but long enough for the sudden hustle of the city to feel brand new again. We decided not to go out for dinner and spent the evening on board our home that soon wouldn't be our home anymore, at least not for the winter. Bittersweet to watch the city roll by, here from the same vantage point where we watched whales breach and bait balls twist in glimmering contortions away from pursuing seals. Here where we watched in awe as mountains rose up in front of us, where morning strolls were on sun-drenched islands instead of concrete sidewalks. But that's part of the beauty of boats, a million lives, all within reach of this one single vessel, depending on where we decide to follow the wind. Thank you so much for being here. The sailing season is now officially over. Next episode, we are going to review in the technical detail that I know some of you cannot wait for, the the inner workings of the boat this summer, what really worked, what didn't work, what decisions we made that we were happy with, what decisions we made that we were not happy with, talk specifically about the gear that we chose and how it worked for us. So it's going to be an in-depth episode, a big review next week, and I am looking forward to it. I think it should be a fairly interesting one, especially for all of you who have followed the reef fit really closely. Get a bit of a summary of, some of those decisions we made. Okay. Huge thank you to the names that are now appearing on screen for always going above and beyond to make sure that Magic Carpet keeps being produced. A really big thank you to all of our patrons for making this possible. We absolutely couldn't do it without that support. We are so appreciative of it. And the thing that makes me so excited about our patron audience is the fact that it means that our channel is 100% audience funded and we do not have to interrupt the program to read you ads. And I feel so grateful for that. So extremely grateful. And so just really thank you so much. All right. I think that concludes this episode and we'll see you next week for a change of pace entering the winter season again. Bye everyone.